Everybody wants to say there's a housing shortage. Everybody wants to say there's a mental health problem. There's crime and violence in these communities, but we created it. When someone doesn't have hope, when someone doesn't have, they don't even know how to. Their lives are not secure. It's a survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, all this other stuff happens. Whereas, and we fail to realize, we always say there's a housing crisis. Let me tell you something. I go through 5 states. I go through 5 states, all the southern states plus Texas. And I mean, I'll just count them out. Birmingham has 22,000 empty lots or dilapidated houses. New Orleans has 25,000. Houston has 24,000. Dallas has 22,000. There's plenty of houses for everybody. It's just that nobody wants to go there or nobody wants to do it.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest, Will Johnson, based out of New Orleans, has a background as a flipper and now in the nonprofit space as well. Will, welcome.
Thank you very much, Shayla.
It's great to have you on here. We were talking a little bit before hopping on here. I always like to start at the top of the show by asking guests how they got into the real estate space.
I got into the real estate space by learning from my father. He actually taught me how to build a house from bottom to the top. Flipping for about 15 years. Recently got into being flippers ourselves. The last 5 years, he recently passed, and ever since then, I started a nonprofit because I wanted to help people instead of taking from people. I figured I came to a point that and actually it's actually a cool story. I was going to look at a house, see if I was going to buy it or not, and it just hit me that I was actually profiting off the backs of someone's misery, of something they couldn't control. So in that moment is when I knew that I needed to go nonprofit to help instead of just
Tell me about the nonprofit that you're have built, and when we talk about I'm assuming it's in the distressed real estate space and helping people with these types of situations.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
the nonprofit. What it does is it maximizes investors' ability to not only maximize their return of not only maximize their return,
It's
but
okay.
also maximize their ability to help a cause, to help the affordable housing, and to help Section 8 in that is and then not only that, it gives us to maximize the ability to help those that need help. I can instead of helping one person or one family, I can help 10 at a time because I'm getting more funding in from investors who want to fund projects and fund housing. It's a great way to expand and to scale and to
Yeah.
just reach more people that you can, and instead of doing it normally.
I wanna ask you about the deals that you look at in this nonprofit space. I've heard Section 8. I also heard, helping it, correct me if I'm wrong, Will, investors who may be newer, um, learn the ropes. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, yeah. It's a little bit easier. There's not as much risk doing it the way that we're doing it because you're not going to go get a distressed property and renovate it and then worry about if the renter is going to be there, or if you're going to have a renter, if you're going to have someone that's going to rent the property and not have to pay for it yourself. If you when we go through affordable housing, when we go through a Section 8, it's two different ways. But when you go through them, the government pays for it. So no matter if there's a renter there or not, your property is being paid for. So the risk on a normal basis isn't there.
How did you get into Section 8?
I got into Section 8 realizing that as a regular flipper, if I'm going to go buy this distressed property, renovate it, and then provide it for someone else to rent, or even sell it to another investor, I'm taking a property from whoever was there, or whoever was able to get it in that community. Being in affordable housing, instead of me taking something off the misery of someone who couldn't control their situation in the first place, they either had a chance. Their choices was to feed their family or to pay their bills. So, the only thing I could think of to remedy that and to make change is to keep it as a nonprofit. And then so now we get distressed properties, we renovate them, and we hold them so that now
Buy and hold.
it can't go nowhere but to a person in that community. So I'm not taking anymore. I'm giving, and that's my problem.
Are you seeing that there's a lot of opportunity and interest from um, government agencies, municipalities in Section 8? Is there frothy investor interest from, as an investor, but also the funding necessary for Section 8?
The funding, yes. I honestly haven't seen a whole bunch of people as far as wanting to go into Section 8 affordable housing. It's it's a mindset. People don't want to go to those neighborhoods because of the crime, violence, and mental instability. But this is my thing. Everybody wants to say there's a housing shortage. Everybody wants to say there's a mental health problem. There's crime and violence in these communities. But we created it. When someone doesn't have hope, when someone doesn't have, they don't even know how to, their lives are not secure. It's a survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, all this other stuff happens. Whereas, and
That's right.
we fail to realize, we always say there's a housing crisis. Let me tell you something. I go through 5 states. I go through 5 states, all the southern states plus Texas. And I mean, I'll just count them out. Birmingham has 22,000 empty lots or dilapidated houses. New Orleans has 25,000. Houston has 24,000. Dallas has 22,000. There's plenty of houses for everybody. It's just that nobody wants to go there, or nobody wants to do it.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I have a question specific to the Section 8 space and maybe the uh, misconception or maybe the stigma that may be attached to it. You alluded to it earlier. When people think of Section 8, they're thinking of, strictly some type of distressed or rundown areas. But do we also see Section 8 housing outside of those areas in what you would consider very much middle class
Oh,
areas?
absolutely. There's you don't have to always get dilapidated houses. You can just go, there's into regular neighborhoods. The government pays up to 75% of the rent, and it's a set number, but literally, it's never gonna happen. But literally, you could have a mansion, and as long as the tenant could pay the other 25%, it could be Section 8. It doesn't have
Okay.
to be in a bad neighborhood. It doesn't have to have a bad house. It could be a perfectly fine. It could be a new house. It's just
Hmm.
how you want to do it. I mean, you can literally, all these developers that are building brand new subdivisions. You can
Yeah.
literally build it, apply for your affordable housing, and set the whole neighborhood for affordable. And it's the same thing.
That's actually a great idea. Do you know if anyone is looking at that seriously? There you
Me,
go.
I actually have a prototype community, and it's not just houses. I got the whole houses. Uh, I have a grocery store. It's probably a small mom. It's not a mom and pop, but it's midway save a lot type of grocery store. And then I created a financial intelligence program. It's called Leverage. It's for 11th and 12th graders that they will be financially sound, business credit, personal credit, and be able to run a business when they graduate high school. Um, I feel like that's the main thing as far as anybody in low income housing. It's just they don't know. I mean, you can't raise up, you can't improve your life if you don't know how to.
That's right.
So I mean, I feel like that's been the crutch for years that we have.
Hmm.
Look. I could go so many things, and I mean, school these days doesn't teach you anything as far as
You know, I echo what you're saying. One of the things that I've noticed, I grew up in northern New Jersey, and I feel like people are doing as good as they could. But in a lot of ways, public school does feel like, and I hate to be, you know, negative, but in a lot of ways, it feels like almost a daycare system because, parents have to have someone watch their kids while they're at work. And then so many times, people are not enthusiastic about their education. And when you lack enthusiasm, lack, motivation to do something, it's infectious. And you compare that to like a private school experience where, everyone effectively is competing to be as good as possible, to score as high as possible. It's a totally different
yeah, I
dynamic.
really, and to be just to put it in a different in this way, I really believe public school teaches us how to be workers. If you want to put it in a spot, public school, I mean, private school, and their parents, the people that can afford to go to private school are either are business people or entrepreneurs themselves. So they're teaching their kids how to do that no matter what. Whereas when you go to public school, it just like you said, it's a daycare, so they're teaching you how to be a worker and not how to be a business person. And that's the difference in my opinion.
Yeah. I want to touch one more point on that. When you talk about young people, 18 years old, you might go off to school, so many different things. You might get a job, might go work for the government, whichever career path people are going to choose at that young age. How many of them are thinking I could go buy real
Right.
estate? Probably not a ton. But I've been seeing this from guests on the show, especially in the lending space. People are telling me that young people potentially have an opportunity right now to buy a small multifamily property, like duplexes, triplexes, and quadplexes, if the deal underwrites properly and if they have some income. Now, granted, I haven't done this myself personally, so I don't know 100% the validity of this, but I've heard this from multiple people. And I think most young people aren't aware that that's even an
Oh
option.
no, they're not. I mean, well, I'm not. Most of them aren't. It just depends on their dynamic of where they live and who they're around. Because social media and the internet has provided us a ton of information that you can do a lot of things.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
There's kids doing a lot of things now that we didn't do when we were kids. I mean, when I was in high school, my job, I felt like my job was to get me a vehicle. That was the first thing, you know what I'm saying? I was tired of walking. But I mean, nowadays, I mean, and that's really why I started the financial intelligence course, because it gives you the ability, it gives you that knowledge. I mean, you don't even have to do real estate, but when you graduate high school, you're 18. I mean, the society says you're an adult, and you have no clue what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel at least I could give. You know how to handle your finances. You know how to handle finance. You could go start a business, whatever business you want to go start. You could go start that. So I know.
Yeah, tax strategy, all that
Yeah.
stuff. I think, we have to learn it as real estate operators. We have to learn this along the
Right.
way, and it can be challenging. I know for me,
Oh, yeah.
certainly, I was like, okay, I got to figure this out now.
I still had to figure stuff out.
But it would have, it would have been great to learn it up front, but I didn't have the information at that point
Right.
in time. Will, we are coming up on time here, though. Where can folks go to reach out to you if they're interested in learning more about the nonprofit? How can they get in contact?
I do have a LinkedIn page, Facebook, TikTok. My website is starsnpo.org. You can reach out to me, you call me, send me a message. I have no problem talking with people. I'm busy during the mornings, but yes, you can definitely get a hold of me anytime.
Will, thank you so much for coming on the show here
Thank
today.
you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.